You open your mail, and there it is, that envelope with the little plastic window, and your stomach just drops. You already know what it is before you even rip it open. It's another credit card statement. And you're looking at the balance, and you're looking at the minimum payment, and you do that math in your head that we all do. If I only pay the minimum, I'll be dead before this thing is paid off. You feel like you're drowning. And then, like a lifeguard on a television commercial, you start seeing these ads. Settle your debt for pennies on the dollar. Stop creditor calls. We'll save you from bankruptcy. And you think, finally, someone who can fix this. Here's the thing. Those companies, they're not lifeguards. They are guys in a rowboat selling you a life jacket they bought at a garage sale for $5. They're going to charge you thousands of dollars to do something that is actually incredibly simple. My name is Thomas, and I spend way too much time thinking about how to settle credit card debts with the credit card companies. If you're someone who is tired of feeling like your paycheck is already spent before you even get it, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because today, we are going to talk about why you do not need to pay a debt relief company a single dime. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it yourself. Look, I get the appeal. These companies run commercials that make it look like they have some magic legal wand. They make it look complicated so you think you need them. But here is the statistic that will make your blood boil. The average debt settlement company charges between 15 and 25% of your total enrolled debt as a fee. Let's do the math on that. Let's say you have $15,000 in credit card debt. You sign up with We Settle Debt for You. They say, great, stop paying your credit cards, pay us monthly instead, and we'll negotiate for you. You stop paying the cards, your credit score drops. The collectors start calling you. Meanwhile, you're paying this company, say $400 a month. But here's the kicker. They aren't paying your debt yet. They are holding your money in a savings account. They wait until you have enough saved up to make a lump sum offer. Eventually, they call the credit card company. They settled your $15,000 debt for $7,500. Sounds great, right? Half off. But wait. You paid the settlement company 20% of that original $15,000 as a fee. That's $3,000. So you paid $7,500 to the bank, you paid $3,000 to the middleman. Your total cost? $10,500. If you had done it yourself, your cost is $7,500. You just lost $3,000 because you were too scared to pick up the phone. That $3,000 is the price of your fear. And I don't want you to pay that tax. Here's what most people don't realize. Debt settlement companies have no special relationship with the banks that you don't have. They don't have a secret hotline. They don't have a friend at Capital One who gives them a better deal. In fact, banks hate dealing with these third-party companies because they are often slow, unprofessional, and misrepresent the client. Now, you might be thinking, but Thomas, I don't want to talk to the collectors. That's why I want to hire them. The collectors are mean. I get it. I really do. Nobody wakes up wanting to argue with a stranger on the phone about money they don't have. It's awkward. It's scary. It feels like you're admitting you're a failure. But here is the psychological shift you have to make. You have to stop viewing them as a scary authority figure and start viewing them as a salesman. Because that's what they are. They are salesmen, and their product? Your fear. Their job is to make you feel so uncomfortable that you will pay them anything just to make the feeling stop. This is where it gets really interesting. When you understand their psychology, you realize you have way more power than you think. Let's look at the math from the bank's perspective. Let's say you owe $10,000. You stop paying. Month 1, 2, 3 go by. The bank is getting nervous. Why? Because on their books, that $10,000 is an asset. When you don't pay, they have to move it to a different column. They have to set aside reserve capital. It messes with their quarterly reports. By month 4 or 5, the bank has a choice. They can keep squeezing you, or they can sell your debt to a collection agency for pennies. Do you know what a collection agency pays for your debt? If you have a $10,000 debt that's 180 days late, they might buy it for $400. Seriously, about 4 cents on the dollar. So when you call them and offer them $4,000 or $5,000 to settle it, you have to understand what is happening in the bank's brain. They're looking at you, and they're looking at the collection agency offering $400. You're offering them $4,000. The math is simple. They would rather take your $4,000 than the $400 from the vulture fund. That is the leverage. You are the better option than their backup plan. So, how do we actually do this? How do we DIY this without losing our minds? I'm going to give you the 3-step framework. It's called the stop, save, settle method. Step 1, stop. Now, I have to put a caveat here because YouTube and common sense require it. If you're current on your payments and you can afford your payments, you should keep paying. This strategy is for people who are genuinely in distress, who are looking at the math and realizing they're sinking. If you're in that boat, you have to stop paying the minimums. I know that feels wrong. It feels like you're doing something bad. But look at the math. If you pay $300 on a $10,000 debt and the interest is 25%, you're literally treading water. You're paying just to stay in the same place. By stopping, you free up that $300. That $300 is now your war chest. That is your settlement fund. You're going to put that money into a separate savings account every single month. Not a checking account attached to your debit card, a savings account that's a little harder to touch. While you're saving, the phone is going to ring a lot. When they call, you do not need to argue. You do not need to explain that your aunt got sick or that you lost your job. They don't actually care. They care about getting paid. You need one sentence. Write this down. I am experiencing a temporary financial hardship, but I'm committed to resolving this debt. I cannot discuss payment today. Please note my current address on file and send me something in writing. Then hang up. That's it. Be boring. Be a broken record. The more you talk, the more they can trap you into a promise you can't keep. Step 2, save. You're going to do this for about 3 to 6 months. You are building a lump sum. Remember the math from earlier. If you owe $10,000, you want to save up at least $3,000 to $4,000 because you're going to offer 30 to 40%. You cannot settle debt with promises. You cannot settle debt with payment plans that you'll probably fail at again. Credit card companies only respect one thing: cash right now. If you call them and say, I can give you $4,000 today, right now, via wire transfer, their ears perk up. If you call and say, I can pay you $200 a month, they hang up. This is where the psychology gets deep. Most people fail at DIY settlement because they call too early. They call when they have $500 in the bank, hoping to negotiate a $10,000 debt. It doesn't work. You have to have the money. You have to be ready to wire it the second they say yes. Step 3, settle. Okay, you've saved $4,000. The debt is now about 5 or 6 months late. You're going to call the number on the back of your card, not the collection agency, yet, the original creditor. You're going to ask for the hardship department or settlement department. And here's the exact script I want you to use. Keep it on a notepad in front of you. Hi, I'm calling regarding account number XXXX. I've had a significant change in financial circumstances. I want to resolve this debt, but I cannot pay the full balance. I have access to a lump sum of money from a family member, and I want to know if you would accept $4,000 as settlement in full right now. Now you pause. You let them squirm. They'll probably say no. They'll say, we can do $9,000. You say, I understand, but $4,000 is all I have. If we can't make this work today, I'll have to let this keep going to collections. This is a negotiation. They might come back with $7,000. You meet in the middle at $5,500. That's still a win. But here is the golden rule. Never agree to a payment plan over the phone. If they say, we accept $5,500, can you pay $1,000 now and $4,500 later? The answer is no. Why? Because once you pay that first $1,000, you lose all your leverage. They will hound you for the rest. You wait until you have the full amount. Once you agree on a number, get everything in writing before you send a dime. Ask them to email you a settlement letter or agreement letter stating that if you pay X dollars by a certain date, the account will be considered paid in full and closed. Only when you have that letter in your hand do you pick up the phone and make the payment. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. This process is not comfortable. Your credit score is going to take a hit while you're not paying. That's the reality. You're trading short-term credit score health for long-term financial survival.
But here's the thing that the debt relief companies won't tell you. If you hire them, your credit score gets hit anyway, because they use the exact same strategy. They stop paying your bills. So you might as well keep the $3,000 fee in your pocket and take the hit yourself. I had a friend, actually a buddy from college, who was in this exact spot. He had about $18,000 in credit card debt. He was paying a settlement company $500 a month. After a year, he had paid them $6,000 in fees, and they hadn't settled a single debt yet. They were just saving his money. He felt so stupid. He felt trapped. He called me, and I told him to fire them. He did. He called Chase himself. He had saved about $7,000 in that account. He offered them $6,500 to settle the $12,000 Chase card. It took 3 phone calls. 3. And they said yes. He saved himself from paying that company another $3,000 in fees.
The credit card companies are counting on you being scared. They are counting on you thinking this is too complex. They are counting on you to pay a middleman so that they don't have to talk to you directly, because they know that if you understand your leverage, you'll be harder to deal with. You have the power to fix this. You don't need to pay someone $3,000 to make a phone call for you. You just need a script, a savings account, and the nerve to pick up the phone. The math is on your side. The banks would rather have something than nothing. And right now, you are the something. If you want to settle your debt and finally get out from under that weight, you can do it yourself. You really can. If this video helped you see these companies for what they are, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, because in the next video, we're going to talk about what happens when your debt goes to a collection agency and how to negotiate with them using a completely different set of rules. And as always, stop being afraid of your money and start telling it what to do. I'll see you in the next one.